Well, guys, day one is in the books. Well, kinda. They still got more to play. I'm Swiss Cheese with the Disc Golf World. I'm here at Worlds recapping the daily action till the winner is crowned. The World Championship is being played at Smuggler's Notch, and there are two championship-level courses, Brewster Ridge and Fox Meadows. The more famous Brewster Ridge is best known for its long, narrow wooded fairways with punishing rough. The FPO kicked off right where everyone expected. That was with another hot round and lead for Kristen Tatar, as she goes into day two with a three-stroke lead over Valerie Mandahanu. Kristen looks solid, controlled, and comfortable for the entire round, hitting her lines and most importantly the fairways 74% of the time. She gained nearly 6 strokes tee to green and still was up there on the putting green also. She remained clean for much of the day with her only blemish coming on hole 16, which she followed up with 3 straight birdies. I know it's early, but after this round, this feels like one of those Tatar performances similar to the European Open, where she takes such an early, controlling lead, then puts her game in cruise control for the last 2 days. Valerie might have something to say about that still. She's only 3 strokes behind Tatar, and some would argue if she cleaned up her bogeys, she would be there. Now, on a track at Brewster, it's an accomplishment to remain clean. On the FPO side, it is as important to ensure those bogeys don't turn into doubles or higher. And that would be where I feel Valerie could improve on, as she had a double bogey on hole 13. On a positive note, she did close out her round with 3 straight birdies. She was one of the best off the tee, as she was in the top 2 in both C1 and C2 in regulation. And with an improved putting performance, she could compete. I'm still concerned about the ankle, especially with the grounds at the event. There's been record rain in the area, and the ground was saturated prior to today's heavy rain, making it even worse. So footing will be slick and soggy, not the greatest for less than 100% ankle. Kat Mertsch had an early round and came into the clubhouse 4 down relatively early. And man, was it a wild and up and down ride. She did have only 5 pars on the day and 9 total birdies. The problem was she also had 3 bogeys and another double on top of that. Now, I don't want to take the driver out of Kat's hands and tell her to play position. She plays better when she's attacking every hole. And in this position, she is probably the most scary, as she can go for broke here. However, there comes a time to slow down so bogeys and errant throws don't stack and harm you even worse. Missy Gannon wraps up the final lead card spot with a 3 under on the day, with plenty of room to improve her score. She could clean up the double on hole 8 and has the ability to score better on the front 9 than she did today. A solid round considering the conditions, and she adapted well. And of all the players on the lead card, with the exception to Tatar, I have the most confidence in her improving her position atop the leaderboard. Some other side FPO notes. Owen had a rough 6 over on the day, but the word is she's playing through an injury in terrible conditions. Tip of a cap to stick this out for as far as she's done for the fans. Second day is on Fox Meadows course, where I feel we could see a push out of Holyn Handley, so make sure to keep an eye out on her card. In the MPO, the conditions would be the storyline, as heavy, consistent rains affected most of the early card rounds, while lightning delays later on pushed some of the day's action into tomorrow morning prior to round 2. Chris Clemens came out with a hot round of the day with a 12 under, 2 strokes better than the next player, possibly shocking a number of viewers. He attacked on the front where the scoring is easier, going 7 under on the front 9. Played clean throughout the round, was 100% from C1X, and scrambled well also. This isn't the first time that Clemenade starts attorney hot. It will be interesting to see if he can carry this level of play over 4 more days, however. If his putt is as consistent as it was today, his forehand in these woods can continue to carry him moving forward. Anthony Barela came out strong and confident, going 5 down on his first 5 holes. He'd finished the front 9 6 under after a bogey on 8, and played clean the remainder of the way, finishing 10 down. This one just kind of felt different with Anthony. He seems even more focused and determined than before. That score in better conditions would put him in contention, but possibly off the lead card. But that score and the fact that he was able to finish the round early, I feel gives him an edge going into the second round. Some of the bigger names in the competition will need to finish their rounds in the morning before tossing again in the afternoon. And with names like Macbeth, Ricky, Calvin, and Simon needing to playing up to 7 holes very early in the morning only to come back and complete another 18, Arrested AB could continue to attack and possibly stretch a lead here. Of the players who have finished their entire rounds, 5 young promising players currently tied with 9 unders. Isaac Robinson started quickly with 5 straight birdies, only to have a double bogey on 8 derail his score. I like him on the Brewster track more than I do Fox, so tomorrow will be the true test for where he lands. Cole Redolin, unlike most of the field, had a better back nine than front. He could score here, and I like his chances. The next 2 days will be the most important for him, however. He plays better from the top than from chasing. If he finds himself with a hot round and or possibly on lead card, look out. And if he dips down with a higher score, it will come from these 2 rounds. Gavin Babcock has started on or near the lead card at a couple of tournaments now. He has yet to maintain a top there as of yet. However, rounds like today shows his potential of getting hot, and if he can continue over 4 days, even though I feel it unlikely, he could possibly be up there. Zach Arlinghouse remained clean all day, a big accomplishment with the conditions in the course. He excels in the woods and can continue with some more hot rounds, but we have yet to see him maintain that level over 3, let alone 5 days. Jesse Nemenin is the last player at 9 under. The Finnish pro landed in the fairway for most of the day and had a single bogey on the round. We have seen European players near the top of a couple of U.S. majors. Can Jesse possibly be that player this year? There's still a number of players yet to finish, though. I don't see many being able to score enough to hit the lead card, with the exception of 3, that being Kelvin Heimberg, Aaron Gossage, and Niklas Antila. Vinny can stack birdies and will need to, as he's 5 down with 6 holes to play in the morning. 4 of those holes played below par in those conditions today. If he can get hot enough to finish 8 down or lower, Vinny will be in position to push over the following 4 days. Possibly the 2 players impacted the most with the stoppage was Antila and Gossage. These 2 seem to always perform on some of the largest stages and majors. Both were 5 down through the front 9, 6 down through 12. Both had no bogeys on the day. Antila was solid off the tee and first in fairway hits, while surprising some, Gossage did it from the putting green. Depending how well they can respond in the morning will go a long way determining their staying power in the tournament. Some other quick hitting news. Adam Hammes unfortunately had to DNF as he got a gouge on his elbow while playing on the course. Guys, and that wraps up day 1. Make sure to come back again for the following days as we can continue to do this every day. And if you want, there's always more content on the disc golf world that you guys can always check out.